And a good evening, everybody, and welcome to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we are about to ready to bring you some volleyball here on a Monday evening on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed. It is pink out night here at A-Town High School, and the players are decked out in their lovely pink uniforms here this evening. We've seen the pink uniforms earlier this season, but it is officially pink out night, where I imagine you'll see the stands on the far side of the court there as the night moves on fill in a little bit more with their pink as we raise awareness against breast cancer here this evening, and that's what it's all about here. Of course, October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it's going to be a great night of volleyball as ROWVA Williamsfield, a very talented team, it makes their way in. And we've got some volleyball matches here for you tonight, starting with the JV side here this evening, as we'll have the JV match about ready to get underway. It looks like they're going to have the opening lineups here, which they've got out on the board. And we'll have those rosters and lineups here for you in just a moment. And if we want to go over to the ROWVA Williamsfield side, number 1, Lila Schaefer is the first starter out there, followed by number 3, Eliza Tucker. And then you got number 10 making her way out there. That is Hazel Walters, Number 12 out there here this evening is Kennedy Miller. And number 29 this evening, where's she at here? Sophia Courtwright. There she is, top of my list there. And number 45 is Alexia Huante. Hopefully I said that name right. I probably didn't. For ROWVA Williamsfield, A-Town, Ava Patch making an appearance after she didn't play in the last match that we did a few weeks back, followed by Emily Wallace, and number 20 makes her way out there. Number 20 is Camden Hull here this evening, followed then by number 4, Mackenzie Creek. Then number 14 out there is Vivian Bigger, who's been playing some really good volleyball here recently, and number 15 here this evening is Ella Timmons. That is your JV roster here this evening. Good to have you with us here this evening. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from here this evening, who you're pulling for, and some of your reactions to the match as we move along here. By the way, ROWVA Williamsfield does have a libero here this evening. That is number 66, and that is Ava Storm. So there you go. That is the other starter going to be out there here in just a moment. For the Cougars of ROWVA Williamsfield, who make their way in. Their varsity team, according to Max Preps, comes in at 20-5. So they're a very talented team here this evening. A-Town obviously very, very young when it comes to the varsity side, but we're going to see a lot of these players that are out here on the JV court. We're going to see a lot of them out there on the varsity court as well as we get ready to go here this evening. By the way, bear with me on my voice this evening. I don't know if I strained it or if it's just tired or what the deal is, but voice ain't quite at 100%. I know right now it probably sounds pretty good, but as the night moves on, I'm sure it will it will start to struggle there a little bit. So we're about ready to get this one underway, and Camden Hull wearing number 20 here this evening. Usually wears number 3 in the home white uniforms for A-Town, but she's wearing number 20 when it comes to the pink out uniforms here this evening. And she's going to start us off here this evening with an ace. So that's a good start there for the Tornadoes. A 1-0 start here this evening, just underway. Good to have you with us once again here this evening. Hull going to serve it up again, and we're back underway here. High into the rafters it goes. And ROWVA Williamsfield going to tap that one down to the floor. That one, a beautiful play there. That's going to be number 3 for the Cougars. And that is Eliza Tucker, a youngster who, I remember from last year, did pretty well for ROWVA Williamsfield. Eliza Tucker comes in as a sophomore. Going to be hearing that name for a couple more years. There's another name you're going to hear for a couple more years here for A-Town. That is Ava Patch, putting her mark on the game here early as Ava Patch picks up a kill here this evening. Patch, just a freshman here for the A-Town Tornadoes, and she has earned her way into the varsity lineup here, getting some starts and some valuable playing time. As that one tapped over the net and back underway here, Vivian Bigger sets it up. There is Hennefant, Molly Hennefant out there onto the floor. As that one goes into the net, a good effort there by number 29, Sophia Courtwright, but unable to get it over. A-Town leads this thing 3-1. Back out there, number 2, Emily Wallace, a very good server of the volleyball as well. ROWVA Williamsfield scrambling here a little bit, able to get it back over. And setting that one up. Nicely done there by ROWVA Williamsfield defensively. They're going to go on the attack, and that one over the top of the net. Nicely done. And then A-Town will pick up the point after ROWVA Williamsfield. I mean, if they ran any closer, they would have gotten a violation for running into the net anyway. So, kind of the bad break there for the Cougars as that one right at the net. Ava Patch tried to make him pay. Unable to do so, however, and we'll continue on here as Hull will tap it over. Almost caught the Cougars off guard. Hull sets it up, gets it to Bigger. Bigger will send that one down to the floor. Vivian Bigger, as I said in the open, she's been playing really well here these last several matches we've done here on TSSR. Exciting to see her get her sea legs underneath her as a freshman. As Emily Wallace, a lot of talent on the younger underclassmen here at A-Town High School. So while this season's been a struggle here on the varsity side, the next few years at A-Town, certainly a lot to get hyped about. As that one back over it goes. Talked about that a lot this year as that one is slapped down to the floor. A nice play there by Kennedy Miller, number 12, and she'll pick up a kill. ROWVA Williamsfield's on the board, and that ends a long run there, a 4-0 run for the A-Town side. And the service goes into the net then by Sophia Courtwright. So a service error. A-Town's got possession right back in that 4-point lead back. As we're getting started here tonight. Again, it's pink out night, so you'll see some more fans showing up here tonight in those pink shirts, pink uniforms for the A-Town side. We even put the pink on the scoreboard here tonight. Ella Timmons will send that one wide. Good crowd already on hand here, and more folks filing in here as we go. Number 45, that is Alexia Huante. Hopefully, again, if I'm saying that name wrong there, I probably am, so my apologies. Hennefant tried to go for the kill. We'll see if the scoreboard gives it to her. It's going to be a close call. That was Hennefant smacking that one down. They don't put it on the scoreboard yet, but 7-3 will be the score. Nice play, though, regardless, from Molly Hennefant. Now Vivian Bigger comes in. Will serve it in for the Tornadoes. 7-3, the early score. As that one dug out nicely by Ava Patch. Here is Hennefant. Sets it up. That one blocked there in front, but it goes out of bounds off of the A-Town block. That's another kill there for number 12. That is Kennedy Miller. Early going here in set number 1, first to 25. Best of 3 as that one tapped right over. Almost got ROWVA Williamsfield napping there a little bit, and the libero will send it over here this evening. That's Ava Storm. Ella Timmons. Back across we go. Setting it up here, the A-Town side. Here's Hennefant. Have to get it back across. Tapped over nicely on 2 and down to the floor. Lila Schaefer will pick up her first kill of the night. And here come the Cougars. They are now down just 2. First kill of the night. Third kill overall for ROWVA Williamsfield by my tally. Scoreboard only has them with 2. There's Ella Timmons. But number 12 does have 2 kills here tonight. Oh, and that's a mistake right there by ROWVA Williamsfield. Led them just a little too far. 8-5 now the score. First of our 2 matches here tonight. Of course, we've got varsity volleyball on the second stream. That is already up on our homepage here on this YouTube page. And that one sent back across, and that's going to be a point for the Cougars. Let's see, I don't think that was going to be a kill. And Ava Storm instead will come in and do the serving duties for ROWVA Williamsfield, 8-6. Cougars trailing by 2. A-Town's had the lead pretty much most of the way here, outside of the 1-1 tie. Setting it up. As that one tapped at the net, can't get it across. Though she tried, that is number 18, Paige Liddick. Or Leidick? I'm going to go with Leidick. Ella Timmons will come in here, 9-6 the score. High into the rafters that one goes. Didn't hit anything though, so ROWVA Williamsfield able to corral it, tap it over on 2. Into the corner it goes! Nicely done there. All nonchalant right there. I believe that was number 1 again. If that's the case, that's going to be another kill for Kennedy Miller. She's going to have 2. Or is that number 29? He gave it to number 29, Sophia Courtright. All right, so I'll give it to her as well. Service then goes out of bounds. Just trying to pay attention here at the scoreboard here. As Courtright now picks up her first kill on that last one. But then the service out of bounds. Sending it over to A-Town. That was number 2, Emily Wallace, excuse me. Here is Ava Patch. Oh, a lot of power behind that one, but dug out nicely by Miller. Here's Wallace tapping it over on 2. Nice dig there by the Cougars. A little one-handed stab at it. Back over it needs to go. Camden Hull's able to do it, and Camden Hull will pick up the kill. Non-conventional way to pick up the kill, but she'll take it. 11-7 now the score. And now she'll come in to serve it after picking up that kill. And that one then goes into the net, trying to push it over. Number 29, Sophia Courtright. 12-7 our score. The biggest lead A-Town's had here in this first set. As that one goes out of play. A service ace for Camden Hull. She's got 2 aces and a timeout for the Cougars. We'll take a break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as a quick timeout for ROWVA Williamsfield. A-Town on a roll here, their biggest lead here in set number 1. 13-7 is the score. 2 aces tonight for Camden Hull, number 20. And she nearly got another one there. Setting it up for Hull again. Here it goes. That one hammered out of play. That's Vivian Bigger. Hit that one just a little too far here this evening. 13-8. Bigger does have a kill tonight, but in to serve it up, Eliza Tucker. Here's Ava Patch. Oh, that one went off the side of her hand. A little frustrating right there for Ava Patch, but good to see her back in the lineup here after what I assume was a day off. She's been playing a lot of volleyball here this fall. And there's a service ace, beautifully done as the Cougars try to make their way back. That's number 3. Eliza Tucker going to pick up her second ace of the night, I should say. As nearly another, and that's going to be a violation running into the net. Let's see if they give her, I don't think they're going to give her another ace here tonight, but 13-11, so the once 6-point lead is now down to 2, and it goes out of play. So just as the Cougars were starting to come back into this one, it goes out of play. Emily Wallace. 14-11 our score. Wallace, having to dig that one out there. Nice play by Tucker. Hall will tap it over on 2. That one slapped out of play. Off the hands of Kennedy Miller. And the 2-point lead for A-Town has now ballooned back up to 3. Or excuse me, it's ballooned back up to 4, I should say. It has doubled. Emily Wallace will send it back in. 15-11 our score. This one got to go back over. Bigger. Camden Hall. There's Kayanne Andrews on the floor, number 22. A-Town getting their entire JV roster in at some point here today. Here's Hennepin. Not a very deep roster for A-Town, so got to use all the bodies that you can to try to preserve some of those bodies. Is that one out of play? Ava Patch liked the idea, just couldn't get it to stay in play. 15-12. In to serve it now, 29, Sophia Courtright. Courtright, that one high into the rafters. A-Town trying to save it. Here's Patch, gets it across. That tap over, nicely played there. A-Town still got a chance. ROWVA Williamsfield able to pick up the points there. And it's now 15-13. Runaway ball, Kayanne Andrews able to chase it down. And Courtright, number 29, with a kill here tonight for the Cougars. Rocking the maroon and the gold here tonight. Here is Hennepin. Oh, Hennepin can't get that one over the net. And suddenly the Cougars now trail by just 1. What a run it's been. 15-14 our score. A-Town with the timeout. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. Back at A-Town High School as Sophia Courtright will take the floor once again, and back underway we go after the serve. Here is Vivian Bigger, going to tap it over. Oh, and then tried to sneak that one over were the Cougars. Hennepin back across for A-Town. Oh, that's going to be close to kill territory there for Hennepin. Not the way the Cougars wanted to come out after the timeout. The Cougars have cut a 6-point lead down to 1. But now that lead is at 2, and Ava Patch served that one into the net, so the lead back up to 1, or staying at 1, I should say. And now number 45, Alexia Huante. Oh, and that one, a reserve right there for Alexia. As back underway here now. Here's Hall setting it up for Hennepin. Oh, that one tapped at the net. Nice play by Timmons. Able to save that with her paw. Just stuck her paw out there and able to make that one work as that one slapped across and it goes out of play. Vivian Bigger gonna pick up the kill, her second kill here tonight. And A-Town's lead is back to 2. Closely contested here in the first. A-Town's gotten out to a 6-point lead on a couple of occasions here, but the Cougars have held their own. Fighting back. Ooh, having to scramble down this one and unable to save it are the Tornadoes. 17-16, and back to the service line goes the number 12, Kennedy Miller. And she'll serve it up, and we're back underway. Timmons pushes it across. That one slapped just a little too far there by number 18, Paige Leidick. The Cougars have tied it once here in this ball game, in this match. They tied it at 1. That was the only time we've been tied. Boy, Hannafin with some power on that one. Ever since then, the closest they've been is 1. And that one slapped out of play. Emily Wallace a little too much, and it's back to 1. Substitution, stepping back onto the floor, Courtwright. Sophia Courtwright, 18-17. Ava Storm now with a chance to put the Cougars back into this one. And that one sent back across. Camden Hall sets it over to Wallace. Wallace off the block. Good scramble here. Wallace will tap it across. And that one awkwardly off the hand of Sophia Courtwright. That one goes into the net. That's another one of those frustrating ones where you wind it up, you feel good, but it goes off the side of the hand there, or the side of the wrist. There's Ella Timmons, number 15, serving it up here for A-Town. Courtwright will send that one wide, and the 1-point lead back up to 3 now for A-Town, as they've just been very methodical here, not doing too much here, kind of letting the Cougars beat themselves here in this one. Ooh, is that one in? It is! Oh, what a serve there by Ella Timmons. The service ace here in this one. That is the 3rd ace of the night here for A-Town. Timmons with 1, Camden Hull with 2, 21-17. Nearly lost the grip on that one now. Back underway as the return goes back across. 21-17 our score. Hull will tap it over on 2. And a wild swing on that one. Looked like ROWVA Williamsfield was a little bit out of position on that one. 22-17, A-Town. Just a few points away from taking this first set here. And Timmons will slap that one back across. Cougars setting it up. And just a touch wide. And the Tornadoes now 2 points away from claiming this first set. What a first set it's been. 23-17. Good battle here as Timmons will serve it back across. High into the rafters. Awkwardly, that one goes off of one of the posts up top. And the official is going to say point for A-Town. I don't know if she stepped across the line there trying to save that or what the case was here, but now Ella Timmons with a chance to serve for the set. And that one into the rafters. Here we go, back across. Oh, and that one nicely done there, and staying alive here in this set of the Cougars, 24-18. 24-18, in to keep this thing going is Lila Schaefer, number 1 for the Cougars. Sending it across, here's Wallace for the set, no good there, and a little tap over across. And then this battle here at the net, Ava Patch is blocked on that one, got to go back over. Good battle here for the Cougars as that one, is it in? Oh, the officials are saying, well, they disagree. The officials are going to say a tie-up, and one official said it was out, one official said it was in. So we're going to try it again. 24-19, or 24-18, I should say, still the score. And that'll be a point now for the Cougars. Now it's 24-19. That's a service ace for Lila Schaefer after all that chaos there a moment ago. First time I've seen that this year, the officials disagreeing with the call. And then slapping that one across and in play. Staying alive. There is Paige Leidick, number 18, with her first kill. 24-20. It was 24-17, so 3 straight points here for the Cougars. With set point staring him in the face, but it can't get over the net there, as that is going to end our first set. 25-20, A-Town takes the first set here in our JV matchup. We'll be back with set number 2 here in just a moment on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. First set in the books as the A-Town Tornadoes here on Pink Out Night take the first set 25-20. And a very solid set there for A-Town. Only one tie in that set. A-Town led the rest of the way. Got out to a fast start, and that's what the JV roster's been doing so well here this year. I mean, these girls get out to a good lead, and then they kind of just let the opponent scramble and defeat themselves, shall we say, as they're trying to fight back. And you know, kudos to ROWVA Williamsfield here a little bit on that on the first set, I should say. They were rallying back a little bit. They were down by as much as 6 on a couple of occasions, but got it to 1. So it's not like they just gave up. They were keeping it close all the way through, but A-Town able to go on a run near the end of that first set and finishes the first set at 25-20. But that being said, it's still a very talented Cougars roster here, so nothing is guaranteed here. First set in the books, it'll go to the A-Town side, and we'll get ready for set number 2 here, as it's best of 3, so Cougars can still win this set and send it into a decisive third and final set here. We only had a couple of third sets here this season, a couple on the varsity side, a couple on the JV side. I feel like last year we had a ton of 3-set matches, at least with the JV side. I know we did, because there were some times we weren't starting varsity volleyball until almost 7:30. Not this year, though. That has not been the case. Serving it up here, number 1, that's Lila Schaefer, and we are underway. And Schaefer is going to pick up a kill, or an ace, excuse me, right off the get-go. 1-0. That's a good start there for the Cougars as they now lead it. And serving it in again, and another ace. That one goes off the chin of Vivian Bigger. So quickly on the points here, the stat sheet. Lila Schaefer, 1 kill and 1 ace in set number 1. And now she's picked up 3 consecutive aces to start things off. A 3-0 start for the Cougars. And quickly, Robin Hendel is going to call a timeout, the head coach of the JV side here for A-Town. So let's go over those numbers here since we are just coming back from a break here. First set numbers. 1 kill and 1 ace for Lila Schaefer. Now she's up to 1 kill and 4 aces here tonight, as she has picked up 3 consecutive aces here. 2 aces tonight for number 3. That is Eliza Tucker. Number 12, that is a number, let me see here. Number 12 is Kennedy Miller. She has 2 kills here tonight. 1 kill tonight for Sophia Courtwright, and 1 kill tonight for number 18, Paige Leidick. For the A-Town side, Camden Hull with 1 kill and 2 aces tonight. 2 kills for Vivian Bigger. 1 ace tonight for Ella Timmons and 1 kill for Ava Patch. Patch was pretty quiet there in that first set. Well, this serve is returned for A-Town, so no ace, but a 3-0 start still for the Cougars, and making a 4-0 start, and that one goes out of play off the hands of A-Town. Eliza Tucker gets the kill, number 3. She's going to pick up kill number 1 here. The scoreboard has her with 3 kills, but they've counted the aces earlier in the matches as kills. That is not how it goes. Camden Hall will tap it over on 2. ROWVA Williamsfield was ready for it. As that one tapped to the net, Camden Hall had no idea where it went. And it's a 5-0 start here for the Cougars. Boy, how the turntables, as our friend Steve Carell would say from the office. And that one tapped over. Here's Ava Patch. Slamming that one into play. No, they say. And it's, yeah, they're going to say it. Liza Tucker, another kill. That far side official has, I think, gotten the last 3 calls wrong. The near side official has said, no, it's this. And that one's going to be a kill. And the run continues. That is number 9, Jocelyn Phillips. First time we've seen her here tonight. And she picks up a kill. 7-0. Here in set number 1, or set number 2, I should say. Camden Hall. Sometimes you don't have your ace stuff, though. I give it to these officials here. A lot to pay attention to. It's been a long season here so far. Sometimes you don't have your ace stuff. Here's Ava Patch trying to end the run. She can't. And setting that one up off the net. It stays in play off the block, I should say. It's going to be another kill for Eliza Tucker. She's up to 3 kills. And Tucker's dominating here in set number 2. It is 8-0. Cougars. Here's Patch trying to end it, and she does end that stretch. Finally, an 8-0 run comes to an end. And who else does A-Town go to than Ava Patch? 8-1 now the score as Camden Hall will come in, try to go on a long service game here, try to get A-Town back into this one as they'll send that one to the near side. Camden Hall scrambling a little bit is ROWVA Williamsfield. Patch will send it down. Hall to Bigger. Off the top of the block there. Sending it over and tapped over on 2. 8-1 again as our score, as that one, is it out of play? Yes, it is. Had to wait for the official signal from the near side official. 8-2, A-Town trying to get back into things here after an 8-0 start, and that's a good way to do it. Oh, and nearly got it over was ROWVA Williamsfield. A good effort there, but it'll be another point for A-Town. Camden Hall, some would argue that's an ace. I would not. 3 opportunities at it for ROWVA Williamsfield. And slapping that one across. Dug out nicely by A-Town. Tapped over back on 2. Sending that court right. Oh, I didn't know if that one got over or not. Officials say it did. Court right. Here's Hall sending it over. Oh, able to dig that one out somehow. That one goes over. Sophia Courtright, I think, just picked up another kill here tonight. She does, number 29. That dig, who was that by here? Number 1. That dig by Lila Schaefer. If I tried to bend like that in order to save the ball, as that's going to be a service ace, and the aces have come fast and furious here for ROWVA Williamsfield. That is, who else? Eliza Tucker. She's got 3 kills and 3 aces now. Anyway, if I was saying, as Lila Schaefer, the way she went down for that service, or that dig, I should say, is there's another service ace for Tucker. My body would snap in so many different ways. Ugh. I don't even want to think about that. would not end well for me. Let's just say that. Eliza Tucker, another ace, 11-3. This time she serves it out of play, trying to go to that near sideline. 11-4. Still a 7-point lead. Whoops. Emily Wallace serves it in for A-Town. High into the rafters it goes. Cougars got to get it over, and they do. Here's Ava Patch off the top of the net. There's that one dug out there for a moment. Trying to get that one over is A-Town, but we'll see if they give Courtwright another kill right there. I don't think they will, but it's a good effort there by A-Town. But Courtwright, nonetheless, is going to come in and do the serving duties. 12-4, back to that 8-point lead. Hennepin will tap it over. And that one, a left-handed shot there. Vivian Bigger. And sending that one Leidick high into the rafters. Oh, and it hit one of the rafters up top. And that altered the course. A-Town couldn't adjust. It's now 13-4. Boy, the Cougars have just been foot to the floor, foot on the gas pedal, and hammering it down to the floor here in this set. That one off the block and down to the floor. There's Kennedy Miller. Haven't said her name much here tonight. She does have 2 kills. 14-4 now is the score. Give her 3 kills now, Kennedy Miller. Scoreboard only has her with 1. I don't know how that's the case. Courtwright picks up another ace. Actually, that's her first ace, I should say. Sophia Courtwright now, 15-4. 11-point lead for the Cougars. Hennepin. That one scrambling are the Cougars. Can they save it? Yes, they can. Nicely done. Tapped over Hull. Tried to catch him napping there. And that one goes into the net. Eliza Tucker can't believe it. The look on Tucker's face is like, whoops, I didn't mean to do that one. 15-5. A-Town trailing by 10. Ava Patch going to look to go on a good run here. As Patch. Sending it across here. Hull. Vivian Bigger. Dug out nicely there by Storm. And then unable to connect with that one. Number 9, Jocelyn Phillips, the freshman. And it's back-to-back points here for A-Town, trying to dig themselves out of a once 11-point deficit. Here's Ava Patch again. That one scrambling for a second is ROWVA Williamsfield. It'll be a service ace for Ava Patch. As 15-7 now. Must have double tapped it. My scoreboard already said 15-7. My apologies. Oh, and that one slapped out of play. She was hoping it was going to hit one of the Cougars on that one on their way out. 16-7 now the score. Cougars will get that one back in. A little tap over on 2, dug out nicely for a moment, able to save it somehow. Cougars send it across. Here's Hennepin, taps it over far side. And a little love tap, that one goes down to the floor. That's Lila Schaefer. Schaefer with another kill, her second of the night. And that will send the Cougars back to the service line. Huante gets it back across. A little tap over on tug out again. Nicely done. But this time Timmons is there to clean it up and slap that one across. Ella Timmons, a kill here tonight to go along with an ace earlier. 17-8. And now Vivian Bigger trying to get a service game going here for A-Town. That one awkwardly, wow, somehow gets across. But it goes into the students section, and 17-9 now the score. I think that fella there in one of the pink shirts was trying to show off his volleyball skills there, but was unsuccessful in doing so. Now the officials having them move a little bit here. Moving them back one section. Vivian Bigger. Just so they don't get ran over by these girls, because when they're trying to save one of those balls from going out of play, is that one tapped, and that's going to be hitting the net. Lila Schaefer. When those girls are chasing down a ball towards the section, they don't care who's sitting there in that student section. They're going to come after it. I would know. I nearly got taken out by a basketball one time doing a broadcast down in Oklahoma on the floor. Pretty sure that's the last time I've done a live broadcast on the floor, as that one blocked nicely there by the Cougars. My life did flash before my eyes, though, on that game. Here's Hennepin. Tapped over. A-Town's quietly cutting into this lead. Dug out nicely. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Wallace. Able to save it again. And that one sent long. Here come the Tornadoes. 17-11. Whistle, we got a timeout. ROWVA Williamsfield wants to talk it over. And the A-Town side is riled up. 17-11, we're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. 17-11. A-Town was down by 11 at one point here in this set. They have quietly cut their way into it, and now a timeout for the Cougars as they're hoping to stop the bleeding here a little bit. Sending it up and slapping that one. Oh, that went into the block, but it goes down on the A-Town side, so that'll be a kill. Nicely done by Kennedy Miller. Miller will pick up her fourth kill here tonight. And the lead is back up to 7, 18-11. Hennepin pushes that one across. Number 10 into the match for the first time here. Well, Hazel Walters, haven't seen her since the start. Timmons will send that one near side, It goes out of play. 19-11, now the score. And the lead back up to 8. So the timeout working for the Cougars, but that one goes out of play, so it's back to 7. Molly Hennepin will come in. This girl can serve it really, really hard. And there's another example of it. ROWVA Williamsfield kind of out of position here a little bit. The Cougars do get it across, though. Here's Timmons, taps it over. And then that one into the net. Lila Schaefer, that's 4 hits. Lead down to 6, 19-13. Crowd still filling in here with those pink shirts here tonight. Here's Hennepin. Oh, and she sends that one into the net. Those are backbreakers while you're trying to make a rally. A substitution as ROWVA Williamsfield bringing Courtwright back out onto the floor. And Ava Storm, number 66. And she'll send that one in. And A-Town is unable to save it as it goes out of play. It's a service ace. And the Cougars can smell this one. First ace of the match for number 66. Ava Storm. Back to an 8-point lead. Having to save that one. Bigger will push that across. Off the block, A-Town able to save it nicely there. And then tapped over Eliza Tucker. She's been quiet since the early going here in this set. Off the block, nicely done. Emily Wallace will pick up her first kill of the match. She's been quiet. A-Town makes it 21-14. 21-14 our score, and K.N. Andrews will come in, the freshman. Awkwardly off the hand there, but A-Town will have a chance here. Pushing it across is Ava Patch. Hull gets it to Patch. Patch! Did she keep it in? No, she did not. Tried to push that one right into the corner. It was close. Just a touch too far. 22-14 our score. And in to serve it again is Lila Schaefer. Schaefer went on one, a heck of a run to start this set, and she may have done it again. She'll get another ace. That is ace number 5. 23-14. 5 aces, 2 kills for Lila Schaefer. And she might have picked up another one. We'll see. Able to save it for a moment. A-Town. Oh, what a play. But A-Town a little bit out of position. The Cougars tried to take advantage of it, but A-Town survives. Here's Wallace. Good effort there by the student section. Able to, whoa, and 2 players nearly collide on that one. 24 now 14, and ROWVA Williamsfield 1 point away from sending us to a 3rd and final set. Got a whistle, we got a timeout. We'll keep it here. It has been all Cougars here in this set. They got out to an 8-0 start and really haven't looked back here tonight in this set. A-Town kind of controlled things in set number 1, winning the first set 25-20. So now, with set 3 looming, a first to 15 sprint in that 3rd and final set. Could be quite the finish here we got brewing as we get ready to go here tonight. Camden Hall. That one blocked by Hall right there. Nicely done. A-Town trying to stay alive here. Here's Emily Wallace off the top of the net. And Courtright. Courtright to try to finish the set. Dug out nicely. Andrews will push it back across. Here come the Cougars, though. Blocked in front by Hall. Nicely done. A block in front of the net. Keeps this set going at least for one more. 24-15. Hull. Oh, that is a perfect serve right there. Camden Hull. Not much on that one. That'll be her 3rd ace here tonight. And the lead down to 8, 24-16 as back in we go. And then blocked in front. Trying to save it, the Cougars can't save it. Well, back-to-back points here for A-Town, and if nothing else, they're going to certainly have some confidence going into this 3rd and final set here with those last 2 points. There's Tucker going to punch it across. That might have been going out. A-Town might not have had to save that one, but they did. Sending it over, slapping it to the near side. Setting it up for Wallace. Wallace off the top of the block. Tapped over on 2. Andrews pushes it across. Here's Patch. Bigger sets it up for Patch again. Oh, and that one. Oh, wow, nice play by Storm. Off the top of the net. Here's Wallace. Wallace sends that one down. Oops, wrong score there. 24-18 our score. Here's Bigger, or excuse me, Camden Hall, excuse me. Dug out nicely here. Good little run here for A-Town. There's Patch off the top of the net. Oh, she keeps it in play. Another kill for Ava Patch, and here come the Tornadoes. Another timeout here. This set just doesn't want to end. We'll keep it here for a moment. And and it was 24-14 just a few moments ago, and A-Town has scrambled their way back here. They've made it a 5-point match. And these, what was Mike Shannon's quote he always used to say? The toughest out to get in baseball is the last one. And we can use that in volleyball here. The toughest point to get in volleyball, the last one. The one you need to clinch either the set or the match. Because when you've got a team with their backs against the wall, they're going to give it their all. In A-Town, some of the effort that has been put in these last couple of points have been absolutely remarkable. Camden Hull serves it over. This one's got to go across. A-Town's going to have a chance to set something up. Hull gets it to Patch. Taps it over. This one, oh, that one goes down to the floor, and a miscommunication there as Bigger was trying to send that one back to her teammates, and I don't think anybody else got the memo. That one lands on the floor, so after the timeout, we are going to a third and final set. 25-19, a good run there at the end by A-Town. Comes up just a little shy. We will go to the third, a 1st-to-15 sprint. Who's going to pull it off? We'll find out next here on TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we get ready for our third and final set here in our JV match here tonight. A-Town Tornadoes taking set number one, 25-20. And then the Cougars of ROWVA Williamsfield, they come roaring back and got out to an 8-0 lead. A-Town did their best down the stretch to try to cut into it, but to no avail. 25-19 ends up being the second score. So we go to a best-of-15 sprint, and we'll see how it all plays out here as ROWVA Williamsfield will start with the serve, serving it up number one, and that is Lila Schaefer. She has got 5 aces on the night to go along with 2 kills. And we'll go over some more stats here as that serve goes into the net, and the A-Town Tornadoes are going to pick up a valuable first point. Camden Hull will get ready to go here. Liza Tucker, 4 aces, 3 kills tonight for ROWVA Williamsfield. Leading stat getter, that one off of the air vents, trying to scramble, and ROWVA Williamsfield can't save it. 2-0 the start here for A-Town. Ava Patch, 3 kills and an ace tonight. 1 kill, 3 aces tonight for Camden Hull. 2 kills apiece. I'll get that here in just a second. There's going to be another service ace, and it is a 3-0 start, a very similar start that we saw in set number 2. And a quick timeout for ROWVA Williamsfield. They don't want to take any chances. Camden Hull picked up her 4th ace there just a moment ago. 3-0 our start. Let's go over the numbers here since we'll keep it here. Before that point, it was Camden Hull again, 1 kill, 3 aces here. 3 kills, 1 ace tonight for Ava Patch. 1 kill and an ace for Ella Timmons. 2 kills each for Emily Wallace and Vivian Bigger. And that is your A-Town numbers here. ROWVA Williamsfield went over the top 2 there. Lila Schaefer, 5 aces and 2 kills tonight. 4 aces and 3 kills tonight for number 3, Eliza Tucker. And then out of play, and there's another service ace. What a start to this third and final set here. Camden Hull, that is ace number 5. 4 kills tonight for number 12, Kennedy Miller, by the way. Those were some of the other numbers for ROWVA Williamsfield. I got more. We'll go through the full lineup. And there's another kill for number 3. That is Eliza Tucker. She's got 4 to go along with 4 aces. And she'll come in to do the serving. And she just picked up another ace. Back and forth we go. Back-to-back points here for the Cougars. Who else has got? Sophia Courtwright's got 2 kills and an ace. 1 ace tonight for number 66, Ava Storm. 1 ace, or 1 kill, I should say. There's another ace. Man, oh man, she's making it look easy here tonight. Eliza Tucker, another ace, and it's now 4-3. 1 kill each for Paige Leidick and number 9. I'll get her number here in just a second. Jocelyn Phillips out of play, and suddenly we're tied. How about this run here for ROWVA Williamsfield? They were down 4-0, and they've come storming back. 4-4 our score. Tucker. A-Town got to move here as Ava Patch will send it across. Setting it up for Courtwright. Courtwright able to pick up the kill, excuse me. And the Cougars now have the lead. It's a 5-0 run. Courtwright. Her 3rd kill here tonight. Tucker. Mackenzie Creek into the match. And that is, blocked in front there by A-Town, but it goes to the floor on the A-Town side, and that's going to be another kill for Kennedy Miller. 5 kills tonight for Miller. It's a 6-0 run. A-Town still with 1 timeout left. When will Coach Hendel decide to use it? Might be now. 7 straight points for ROWVA Williamsfield. Another service ace for Eliza Tucker. I've got her for 7 aces here tonight. Scoreboard only has her with 3. They haven't been near as generous as I have, as that one's pushed across by Ava Patch. Battle at the net. We got a whistle and a violation. Ava Patch runs into the net. 8-4, A-Town struggling. It's been all ROWVA Williamsfield here as they lead it 8-4 here in the 3rd set, the first of 15. We'll take a break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Right out of the timeout, Eliza Tucker picks up where she left off. Eliza Tucker with another service ace. 8 aces tonight for Eliza Tucker. It's now 9-4. A-Town needs an answer quickly. Here's Wallace. Tucker able to dig that one out. What can't she do? Off the top of the block, dug out for a moment. Andrews. Hull will send it across for A-Town. Sending it over. Here's Miller. Miller blocked in front. I don't know if that got over, but the officials say it did. Here's Patch. Tapping it over and down to the floor. Ava Patch picks up her 4th kill. It ends a 9-0 run. 2 of the longest runs I've seen by a team this year have happened in this match. 8-0 run to start set 2, and now a 9-0 run here in set 3 for ROWVA Williamsfield. This one right there in the middle. Vivian Bigger sends it across. Here's Hennepin. Hennepin off the top of the block. Courtwright will push that one across. Hull will send it over on 2. As that one off the top of the block. Here's Bigger. And that one goes to the floor. Vivian Bigger picks up another kill. 9-6. Back-to-back points for A-Town after that 9-0 run. And the service. You're setting up Miller again. Ava Patch pushes it across. Don't think she meant to, but it works out nonetheless. As it hits the floor, it's now 9-7. Here comes A-Town. Emily Wallace on the serve. 2 aces here, or 2 kills here tonight for Wallace. Scoreboard has her with an ace. I don't know where that came from. That one blocked in front nicely by A-Town. Dug out. It's got to be tapped over by Hall. Bigger. Here's Patch. Patch nearly got that one to drop. And then sending that one over. Bigger will send it near side. And ROWVA Williamsfield able to save it for a moment, but they can't get it over the net. 9-8 now the score. 9-8, here's Wallace. That serve goes in. Here's Courtright. Courtright has that dug out. Here's Hennefant now. Hennefant sends it wide. Molly Hennefant, right idea, sending that one just a little too long. 10-8 now the score. Sophia Courtright in to serve. Courtright with 1 ace tonight. She's got 3 kills as well. This one's got to go over. Ava able to send it over. Ava Patch. They're setting up Miller, though. That one off the block and going out on the near side. Another beautiful play there by Kennedy Miller, the sophomore. She has got 6 kills here tonight. 11-8. Still doable here if you're A-Town, but you gotta clamp down here as that one's sent over. Hall taps it over on 2. Nearly got ROWVA Williamsfield napping. That one sent wide. Well, I thought it was wide. That's the one time the far side official has said it's actually ROWVA Williamsfield keeping it in. Everything else she's called on that side has been out. I don't know, man. That one looked like it was out to me. This one got to go over, and A-Town able to do so. Dug out for a moment, but pushed back over. ROWVA Williamsfield now just a couple points away. 13-8 our score. That was a nice play there. Heads up play by ROWVA Williamsfield, able to put the ball right where A-Town wasn't. And there's Miller going to do exactly that. Kennedy Miller. We got a quick timeout. 1 point away. Here is ROWVA Williamsfield. 7 kills tonight for Miller, Kennedy Miller, the sophomore. This stat sheet looks like people just smashed a bunch of numbers into a calculator. If you look at the scoreboard off to the right, it is chaos here in this one, trying to be a scorekeeper. ROWVA Williamsfield, Eliza Tucker has 8 aces here tonight with 4 kills. Then you've got 5 aces here tonight for Lila Schaefer and 2 kills. 7 kills tonight for Kennedy Miller. Serving it in for the set here is ROWVA Williamsfield. Set and the match. Match point. A-Town trying to survive. Went on a run last time they were faced with set point. Gonna need one of those runs here. There's Bigger. This one's got to go over, and it does there for ROWVA Williamsfield. Here's Hull. Patch will send that one down. Is it in? No, it is not in. That'll end the match. That one goes out of play, and that will do it. What a match. What a comeback for ROWVA Williamsfield after losing the first set, 25-20, in a set that was really kind of controlled by A-Town. ROWVA Williamsfield kind of took the initiative here in set numbers 2 and 3 and ultimately get the job done here. 20-25, 25-19, 15-8 in 3 sets. As that one comes to an end, and we will head to the varsity matchup here tonight on Pink Out Night. As you can see, pink shirts all throughout the vicinity here. And I think we're going to have a little auction going on as well. So it's going to be a later start here. Obviously with the match, first match going well over with the 3-set match there. We're going to have a little bit of time in between these matches. Looks like they're going to have a baked goods auction here, raising money, of course, for breast cancer awareness. And then we will have the match after that, once the teams warm up. So just keep an eye on our homepage here, our YouTube page. On the live tab, we've got the match squared up and ready to go. We just don't know when we're going to go on the air. This is kind of obviously a special night. You see the girls off there in the corner. Eliza Tucker. All right, we're back up and running here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jansen Auctioneers here tonight to do your auction for you. All proceeds from these items will go to the decision.
I think we're back up and running here. All right, there we go.
We've got a lot of items to sell, so we're going to sell them quick. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, so there we go.
our attention if you want to bid, because we're going to pull the trigger quick on this. Old Dan doesn't get the microphone very often.
All right, so before we dropped frames and disconnected there for a moment, I was just about to sign off. But we'll take a look at the numbers real quickly here. Eliza Tucker, number 3 for ROWVA Williamsfield. Eliza Tucker finishing with 8 aces tonight and 4 kills. It was 5 aces, 2 kills here tonight for Lila Schaefer. 7 kills here tonight for number 12, Kennedy Miller. 3 kills and an ace tonight for Sophia Courtwright. 1 kill each for number 18 and 9, and that is Paige Leidick and Jocelyn Phillips, respectively. And number 66, that is Ava Storm. She has 1 ace here this evening. For the A-Town side, Camden Hull, she had 5 aces here tonight with 1 kill, 4 kills and 1 ace tonight for Ava Patch. Good to see her back in the lineup. 3 kills here tonight for Vivian Bigger, 2 kills tonight for Emily Wallace, 1 kill and 1 ace for Ella Timmons. And that is going to do it for our JV stream. Again, we've got this auction going on here, doing the fundraiser here. And then we're going to have the warm-ups, so it's going to be a little bit of time before we get on the air here for our varsity stream here. But stay tuned. Be ready to go here, or we'll have it over there, though, again, on our homepage. Head over to the live tab. The link is already created, so if you want to just go there and sit and wait in the waiting room there, we'll be on the air once this is complete and once we can get ready for some volleyball here this evening. But ROWVA Williamsfield getting the win here in 3 sets, 20-25, 25-19, and 15-8 in set number 3. And again, we'll have the varsity matchup here tonight. ROWVA Williamsfield, a very good team here. This will be a tough test for the A-Town Tornadoes tonight, but it's pink out night, so we'll see how it goes here. The Tornadoes will take on the Cougars here in just a little while. We'll have that stream for you up on that other link, so head over to the live page, and once we're up and running, we'll have some more volleyball here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. For Chris, our camera guy here tonight, my name's Wyatt Reed. It's been a pleasure broadcasting this one. Back in a few minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.